Hey everybody, it's Karla with Karla's Clever Crafts. Tonight we're going to make a super cute flamingo design. We're going to use the flip-flops sign that says Hello Summer. It has yellows, pinks, and corals in it. So those are the three colors of mesh that I'm going to be using to do this design. And we're going to also be using three ribbons, which I have over here. These two are 2.5 inch ribbons cut to 12 inches long and dovetailed on the ends. And then this is a 1.5 inch ribbon that is also 12 inches long and dovetailed on the ends. I chose ribbons because they match my sign, the tropical print pattern, the flamingo, and then the stripes. So I thought those three would look good. We're gonna give this a try and see what happens. Okay, if you guys have any questions or anything, just leave them in the comments. And when I get done with the project, then anybody who had questions, I'll go through and try to answer those the best that I can. We're going to use the Kruffle method to do this design. To do my Kruffles, I just lay out my mesh straight in front of me and curl this first end over. So I just fold it over, use my pinkies to hold the ends down, and then just fold it 3-4 times or so. I like to curl mine enough to keep these ends tucked in and protected, the cut edges protected. Turn it around and do the same thing on the other end. And then when I do mine, I like to do the curls face down. So that's how I'm going to start this out. Do face down curls. Scrunch it up the middle, little small sections at a time, and you'll get what it looks like a bow. And then I'm going to just lay it on my wreath frame, which I should tell you, this is the 14-inch frame from the Dollar Tree. I've pre-wired it for us with pipe cleaners, and I try to use colors that coordinate with my design. So in this case, pink is what I chose. I have 6 on the inside 2 rings of this wreath frame, and then I have 12 on the outside 2 rings. So this is how we would wire the frame. If you want to take a screenshot of that, then you'll be able to see later if you want to try this design yourself. Okay, so I'm just going to place it with the finished edge to the inside and the outside and give it a good squeeze. Okay, and tonight I do change how I place my Kruffles in when I do different designs, but tonight I'm going to work in the order in which the way the pipe cleaners are laid out, and I'm going to rotate the 3 colors that we have. So I'm going to do pink, and then I'm going to do this really light metallic coral color. I chose this because it matches the kind of like the sparkly straps, the glitter straps in the flip-flop sign. I try to match my meshes and my ribbons to my sign. Just curl the first end and turn it away. Curl the second end. Turn those face down. Hi, Shannon. Scrunch down the middle. Okay, and we're just going to lay them all in the same way, finished edges to the inside and the outside of the wreath form. And we're going to, we have 18 pipe cleaners, so we're going to start off with 18 pieces of mesh, but I'm going to actually make this one a little fuller and fluffier, so we're going to end up adding probably an additional 6, so we're going to have 24 pieces in the end. All of these mesh pieces are cut to 18 inches long, and it's all 10-inch wide mesh. Okay, turn it over, scrunch down the middle, and then I have the rest of our Kruffles pre-made, so it won't take us as long to go through and do the design. And a lot of my designs I use cord ribbons, but tonight I'm actually only going to use 3. I'm going to add extra mesh and then use 3 ribbons. Okay, so now I'm just going to follow my color pattern. Pink is next. I'm going to go ahead and pull these inside pipe cleaners out because sometimes I accidentally skip them if I don't have them pulled out. Hi, Linda. How are you ladies this evening? So we'll be using a total of 24 pieces of mesh on this design tonight. All the same size, 18 inches long, 10-inch wide. Oh, and I'm going to stop here for a second because I just realized I forgot to get my sign ready and I want it to have time to dry before I get to the end of my wreath. So I'm going to pause and go back, and I'm going to use these little 3M sign attachers, and they come with like a sticky tab on the back, but those are not permanent hold. So I use this DAP Rapid Fuse glue, and I'm just going to turn this over. Happy to be watching me. It's been so busy. It has. That happens though. This is the time of year for it. All the fun family time. Bible school tonight. Oh, you skipped Bible school tonight. Yeah, and that's another thing. Vacations, family time, weddings, Bible school. Yeah, I definitely feel you on the tired, Linda. I was thinking about that before I went live. I hope it's not too obvious in my voice how tired I really am tonight. But somebody wanted a wreath design with this sign, so I thought that would be perfect to do for our live tonight. I know I'm trying to transition to fall, but I'm just not quite there yet. Okay, so I'm just going to peel this little sticker off and place it on the little dabs of glue, both at the top and the bottom of our sign. And then I'll lay this over to the side. DAP Rapid Fuse, if you haven't watched my videos before, it dries completely in 30 minutes and it gives a permanent hold. I am so happy to have you guys with me watching me tonight too. And I haven't seen you. We keep missing each other. Okay. Now we will go ahead and continue placing our first layer of mesh here. This almost kind of reminds me of Easter with these pastel colors. I think I forgot to mention too, all three of these meshes are from Craft Outlet. This one I think is called a metallic mesh. I'm not sure. I call it coral, but it's really a light color, so I'm not sure if that's accurate, but it is a metallic mesh. And then the pink and the yellow are just standard poly mesh. And then I do have this sign. I'm not sure how many sets I have, but I have the sign and the ribbons available in my Etsy shop as a bundle. You have that flip flop too. You don't know if you'll get to it this year. Yeah, it's really pretty. They come out with different ones every year. It seems like the the flip-flop with the flamingo, but every year they kind of change it up a little bit. And I usually pick up some every year. It's Flamingo designs, they've always done well for me, but this year they've really done well for me. Hi, Linda. You did make it. Welcome. So glad to see you on here. I will be trying to stick to my schedule. Life has gotten busy for me too, but I'm going to try my absolute best to stick to my schedule that is posted on the top of my Facebook business page. So if you guys want to know when I'm going to be live, it is posted there. I pinned it to the top to make it easy to find. So it's under the featured section. Now this piece is kind of extra big because it was the end of my roll and I didn't want to waste any of it, so I just made it extra long. You too, Linda. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me while I do this. Okay. I went back and forth on the colors, whether or not I should just use two, the pink and the coral, or if I should do the yellow. And let's just see how it turns out. So that's what we're doing. We're going to see what happens. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to, on the 6 inside pipe cleaners, which you've probably seen me do a few times, I am going to go ahead and snip those off because I'm not going to add anything to those. Oh, Lord. And now, just like that, I messed up. It's the outside pipe cleaners, not going to add anything to. I'm adding mesh to these inside ones. So I'm going to do a quick little repair here and fix my boo-boo. No, that's not going to work. So I'm going to actually replace these. Lord, ladies, I wonder how many I snipped. I think I only snipped 2 of them before I caught myself. I got confused. I do so many different design styles that I got confused. Yes, she sure does. No, Linda, I just got started. The only thing I've done is just this bottom row of mesh. So you have not missed much at all. Okay. And I snipped this one. Okay, so let me switch this one real quick. Normally when I'm snipping off pipe cleaners without adding anything else, it usually is these middle ones. But tonight I wanted to switch it up and try something different. So that's probably why I just automatically went to snipping those. You wrap a new one around without undo. Oh yeah, I could have done that. And I have done that in the past. But luckily I had a couple right within reach, so that's okay. They're yellow, but that's not even gonna be known when we're done unless you look at the back. Now, let's try this again. Okay, so now I'm gonna cut off the 12 pipe cleaners on the outside. And I'm just leaving about a half inch, between a quarter of an inch and a half inch there so that I can fold it over and squeeze it to make sure the mesh is securely attached. Really focus them again. So these two get snipped. Not to this one. So after we cut these outside 12, we'll have 6 pipe cleaners left, the 6 on the inside. And we're going to come in and add another piece of mesh to each of those. Make this thick. These colors are so light and see-through, essentially, that I wanted to add some extra mesh, especially since I'm not going to be doing a row of ribbons on the bottom like I often do. That's the reason I get confused. Sometimes I just switch it up so much. Oh, is it blurry, Shannon? Is anyone else blurry? I wonder if I need to clean my camera. I also learned from Shannon. So yeah, we've been following each other for quite a while. Almost as long as I've had a page, I think. It's going in and out. A little bit, yes. Let me wipe off my camera screen and see. Maybe I put my fingers on it. Give me just a second. Because it is possible maybe I touched the camera. Is that any better, guys? It didn't start blurry. Oh, that's strange. Yeah, that wouldn't be a dirty camera then. I don't know. So it's coming and going for several years. I wonder if it's my internet connection. Oh, this is not good. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to still rotate my 3 colors, but I'm going to turn my mesh pieces. We were doing them this way. Now I'm going to turn them sideways and place one in each of the pipe cleaners. So this is how we need 6 pieces for this top layer. So that's going to give us our 24 pieces of mesh. You think it's the connection? Yeah, I noticed yesterday that we were having some connection issues here. I was having a hard time with my internet, and we must have something going on, maybe related to storms we've had or something. Okay, so now I'm doing the coral. Hopefully you guys can see it good enough to at least benefit from it and see what I'm doing. Okay. Next, we're going to do the yellow, and then we'll go back and do pink again. And it looks like I need to make 2 more cruffles. So first we need a coral. I do have some mesh already cut, so that's good. Okay, so just curl the first end. I do mine 4 times. And turn it. Four times again. Turn it over. Hey, honey. Hey, honey, is your view blurry? Oh, honey, it's the internet again. Yeah. I even unplugged my router and everything yesterday trying to fix it, but maybe it didn't actually fix it. And to be honest, I haven't been on it much today, so I don't know if we were having issues or not. I've been really busy today, so I haven't been on my phone much. I was on Facebook right before I went live though, and it didn't seem like I was having an issue. This piece of mesh looks bad. It's not going to be noticeable though, so we'll go ahead and use it. All right, so now we have all of our mesh and we're getting pretty good coverage. Now I'm going to, I love how we have all the curls and ruffles just going all over the place. That's created when we just turn the mesh like that and have it going in different directions. Yes, his is blurry too. So oh, they're working on our internet, says the hubby. See, the hubby knows. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and try to finish. If you guys can't watch it, it's okay. I understand completely. Okay, so I am going to do 3 ribbons at a time. This actually is, we were talking about this earlier. This is something I did learn from Shannon, not something I did before I started watching her. I'm going to make an X with my bottom 2 ribbons and put this third one straight across. And then I'm just going to scrunch them together, hold them in my hand like that. And then I'm just going to start here in my first of my 6 pipe cleaners and twist it in. I usually twist my ribbons 3 or 4 times. This is really thick and fluffy. It's probably 5 to 6 inches deep. And then squeeze it down just to make sure my ribbons are good and tight. And then just adjust my ribbons so that they lay the way I want them to. And I usually try to curl my ends under so they kind of frame around my mesh. Okay, so we are using all the same ribbons. We're not going to be alternating patterns or anything. It's going to be exactly the same in all 6. Thank you, Linda. Your little dog could be you too. No, Linda, I think it is actually an issue with the connection because you are not the only one. Even my husband said, because he's on the porch watching it, and even he said that he's having issues. So he says they're working on our internet. Hopefully, I'm not going to lose it completely like I did the day that my transformer blew right in the middle of my live. I'm not having much luck, guys. We usually don't have this many issues with our power and internet and stuff. Oh, there, I almost cut my mesh. That's something we don't want to do. I just wanted to make sure that everybody knew that you're not supposed to cut your mesh. And if you guys are watching because I'm live on multiple platforms right now. So if you're watching on anywhere other than YouTube or Facebook Business, just want to let you know that I cannot see your comments. But when I get finished, I will go through and look at all of the comments before I disconnect, and answer any questions that you guys might have. What on earth is that? So if you do have any questions, leave them in my comments and then just hang around till the end. And I'll try to make sure that I answer everybody. Okay, here we go. Okay. What do you guys think so far? Oops, or I'm getting all mixed up. Okay, 2 more bundles. It looks like I cut myself short on the flamingo ribbon. I think what happened is I had this half a piece stuck in the middle there. So when I counted, I thought I had 6 pieces, but I only had 5.5. So I'll have to, I'll just do that last ribbon bundle after we're done. And then, of course, I'll post a picture so that you guys can see it finished with the last ribbon bundle. But we'll go ahead and attach the sign so you guys can see it. Really fluffy and curly, even on the sides. I don't know if you guys can see that, like all the curl and ruffle on the side. So I'm going to grab a couple more pipe cleaners because that's how we're going to attach our sign. Okay, so with these little connectors that I use, they have holes on all 4 sides. So we can either go side to side or up and down, however, whatever's most comfortable for you. But these should definitely be dry enough now that we can go ahead and feed the pipe cleaner through. I have to take my glasses off to see, I guess. Okay. Just give it a few twists. Turn around and do this side. Okay. And then I'm just going to do the sign kind of here in the middle. This definitely gives me summer vibes. Really pretty pink pastels, pink yellow. I don't know what to call this. I don't know whether to call it, it's not really a peach. It's more like a really light coral. I use it on several of my designs. Okay, now I'm not going to tighten that all the way down yet because I need to make sure this is kind of a long sign and I want to make sure that I have it like in the middle. I'm just feeding my pipe cleaners down through to the metal frame, and then I always wrap around 2 of the wires on the metal frame. That looks pretty close to center to me, so that's good, except maybe not this way. Okay, there we go. I'm not going to pull the sign real tight because I don't want to mash everything down with it, but I do want to make it snug enough that it won't slip and slide around. And so I'm just twisting the pipe cleaner around itself. And when I get it twisted all the way out to the end, I will just wrap that around the ring, one of the rings on the frame. Push the sharp edge up inside. Okay. Have any of you guys tried the E6000 spray to reduce spraying? I haven't had a chance to use it again. But I'm curious to find out what other people think, if you guys like are as impressed as I am with how well it kept it adhered. Okay, so I'll turn it around. I know the words will be backwards to you guys. But turn it around there so that you guys can see. Let me know what you all think in the comments. You ordered some, Linda. Let me know. You have a little bit, Shannon. Yes, it is. It's very full, very colorful. Oh, this yellow is spraying like crazy. I might have to spray it. Okay. My layering over here looks messed up. There we go. Okay, well that is it. If nobody else has any questions or anything, I'll go ahead and bid you guys a good night, and then I will check Instagram and TikTok to see if there's any comments or questions on there. All right, you guys have a good night, and I will see you. I think I'm live again. Let's see, today is Tuesday. No, what is today? You can't hear me and it's blurry. No, Kelly, it's not just you, honey. Apparently, my internet connection is bad. I'm very, very sorry for that. I didn't realize that before I went live. Hopefully, you guys can at least view it enough to be able to make it out. I may even have to ditch this whole video. We'll see. I'll go back and rewatch it after. I'm really sorry about that. You guys too, and I will talk to you again soon. Okay.